Alright, what's up gamers? So there's no railgun tutorial out yet, so I figured I would just make one real quick. I would generally say, as a rule of thumb, this is worth going for if you're aiming for like a 118 or below. I mean, you can use your judgment and just like try it out, see if it works, but 118 would be my rule of thumb, because this is a very difficult strat. So don't let me talking while I'm doing this fool you. I've practiced this many times. So that was part one, and now part two is making this climb here. So I'll just do it like in one take real quick, and then we'll go into actually how to perform it. But this is just so you can get a general idea of what it looks like if done successfully. There you go. So that's railgun. That's what it looks like. So the first thing you want to do is climb on top of the crane arm, which you can just do like this, and sort of roughly line up over this like round part, because this is not like super precise at all. You just gotta stand in this like general area. Once the platform starts moving, like right here, this is basically where it starts. And what you're looking for is the second crossing right here. And once you pass that second crossing, you just wanna walk forward and jump, and then double jump to get back on. The double jump timing here, I'm not sure if, okay, I made it. Is like fairly tight. But anyway, once you land back on, you want to basically instant double jump. You want to instant double jump to get back forward. So you turn around and instant double jump. So in practice, that'll look like this. Jump, double jump, and then instant double jump. You want to do that instant double jump like as soon as you can, because if you do it too late, you want to do that as early as possible, because otherwise you'll get stuck like this. Anyway, once you've done that and you're on top, the movement that I like to do is I do a slide hop and a double jump. And then I also do like a very light tap strike to the right, which is just something that helps me line up a bit easier, because what you're aiming for is the side of this rock here. If this stops me properly. Nice, okay. So you're aiming for this part of the rock, right? You see how like this part is like basically flat, and then there's like this part which is like roughly angled in that way. The collision isn't like super precise on this, so it doesn't actually line up with the little bumps you have here. It is literally just an angle there, and that's the part that you're aiming for, because what you want to do after landing, you want to double jump and wall bump into this. You hit this with a bunch of speed and it redirects you in this direction, and after you hit that wall bump, you land on this part of the rail, and then for the last hop you land on that part of the rail. So in practice, it'll look like this. So double jump on, instantly double jump back up, double jump into it, wall bump, tap strafe. And here I did a B hop for the very last one, because there's some variance in how fast you can approach this. So after the wall bump, you can lose like a variable amount of speed. So in this case, I'm going pretty fast, so I B-hop to extend my legs a little bit. If I'm going a little bit slower, usually I'll just slide hop. If I'm going really slow, there's a couple options. You can either do an instant double jump if you're going really slow. You can B-hop for the first one to get a bit more distance, or you can do an extended slide hop. Depending on what kind of speed you feel you have, those are like kind of the options that you can take. But generally speaking, more often than not, I'll be going a little bit faster, so usually I don't have to worry about me going too slowly. With that whole thing, the thing you're aiming for is after landing on that, you want to aim to mantle on this tree. Obviously, you can land a bit lower on the wall, you can aim for the wall as well, but generally speaking, because you have so much speed, there's a good chance that if you wall run on it, that you just like slide right past it, and you know, making it back can be very tough. So I always aim to like mantle onto this tree, which also makes it a lot more consistent for me. Timing the double jump so that you mantle on the tree, there's not really much to say other than like the general rule of thumb I have is that I look at the tree behind it, and once the tree behind it disappears behind the tree in front, that's usually when I double jump. But obviously, depending on the speed that you have, the timing will be like slightly different. So if you have a better intuition with movement in general, this will be a bit easier for you, and you don't need to really think about this much. A couple of notes about backups, by the way. If you like completely mess this up, you can kind of just like, you can just get back onto the platform, like no problem. And then from here, you can sort of just do dome launch. You can just do the dome launch setup and do it normally. And if you mess up later, like say for example, you overshoot this, you can actually land on top of this like very dark part. And if you make it back quickly enough, which is actually pretty tight, like that, you see it started moving, you can bump launch up here, and then grab this part of the wall. That actually shouldn't have worked, but you can climb up from here. And obviously that'll be really slow and you'll be very far behind the cycle that you're trying to catch, but that is a backup option if you mess up. So that's something you can try going for. So here, like, the platform is like basically right on top of me, so you can catch the one that comes right after it, which is fine. Anyway, once you're here, you're basically on a timer. So all of the platforms should be like moving into place, and you're trying to catch a platform that's like moving at the very top. The first and are also like super like finicky component is this like corner climb. You know, you have to like jump off and then like correct your like trajectory with lurch a bunch. So the thing that has made this a lot more easy and consistent for me is allowing myself to do those little wall climbs. So instead of like jumping off the wall instantly, I hold onto the wall a little bit, I hold forward into the wall so that I do that little climb, which just gets me that little bit of extra height. And I'm basically almost always able to reach the top in like 3 wall jumps. And on the last one, you want to wrap around right here and get into this corner. And this corner, you can just crouch, hold forward, and spam jump, which lets you just do a wall bump up. Either mantle up here or just shoot up into the ceiling, doesn't really matter. Right after you're up here, you can walk across this little part as long as you just like push into the wall a little bit and try to like slide hop along it. And then you want to grab onto this wall, turn around, grab here, turn around, grab here. And then this jump, this jump in particular is a bit tricky because you're not trying to like grab the same part of the concrete wall. You're trying to wrap around with a bit of distance and grab this part, like this part of the rail. Once you reach that, you want to aim for this part, you know, this inside part, this like way inside part you can't wall run on, but like these sort of angled bits you can. And usually if you have enough height, you only need to grab this once and then you can land on top of this. Once you've landed here, if you did it quickly enough, there'll be a platform in front of you and that's what you'll be grabbing onto. Okay, so in this case, the platform is a bit closer. So what you just want to do is you just want to jump on and grab the wall and then you just hold onto it and then you'll see that it'll rotate up. And you can just use that part that's rotating up as like a little bit of a platform boost to get a little bit of extra jump height. Not necessary, but just makes it a bit faster. And if you're very fast, the platform will be farther away like that. And if that's the case, you can just jump up and grab the left side of the wall like this and aim for a mantle up the top. And from here, you can literally just jump straight to the left. Here it didn't happen, but it can be that the platform is still moving while you're doing that and it'll like fling you back. You don't have to worry about that at all because it is literally just horizontal platform velocity and all it'll do is shoot you farther back in this direction, which worst case scenario, you'll have to like mantle on top of this railing. But there's basically no risk of like getting shot down or anything or any like other like wacky platform velocity because it's literally just horizontal, so no need to worry about any of that, even if it feels a bit weird. But yeah, that's about it. So